So last night, the NBA draft lottery, and the Sixers, we went over all the percentage chances, right? 10.5, whatever percent chance to get 1 and 2 and 3 and all that. But they also had a real chance to lose their pick. And if they had lost their pick last night after the season they just had, it would have been a disaster because there would have been no way of getting this thing any better. But Hugh, not only did they hold on to their pick, they got a top 3 pick. Hugh, for the first time in a while. I mean, I don't know when the last time was. I've got hope now again for the Sixers. I can't fix the Joel Embiid thing. I can't fix the Paul George thing. Those are sunk costs in my mind. But I've got hope again for the Sixers because they have Tyrese Maxey, they have Jared McCain, and they have a pick in the draft that's high enough to get an impact player. Hugh, good morning. At least I have hope. Where are you at this morning as the Sixers move up to number 3 in the 2025 NBA draft?
You know what? I was watching the lottery last night, and I saw Daryl Morey sitting there. He's with the coach, and he's with who was it?
McCain?
He was with, no, not McCain. Used to play for Duke.
Elton Brand.
I'm sorry, I forgot Elton's name just that quick. But he had a nice suit on. Elton was dressed really, really nice. And I remember thinking to myself that I don't want it to be personal about Daryl Morey or how I feel about Daryl Morey, but it kind of feels like it is. I don't trust him. And part of that is because of some of the stuff that he said in the past, some of the things that he's announced as far as his, defending his legacy and things of that nature. Just instead of being honest. So even though we had a 3rd pick in the draft, I don't feel good about it. Not at all.
You have no hope this morning? Oh, come on.
Not with him. Listen, and I know that he's drafted some pretty decent players, but what direction are we going in?
Well, I hope they're going to go in a young direction. Look, I don't know what they're going to do with the pick, and there's some thoughts out there they could trade the pick for a veteran. Now, yesterday the afternoon show was discussing, obviously that was the idea of maybe Cooper Flagg, but should they keep the old guys here, mix it with the young guys? I want to go young. I want to use the 3rd pick in the draft to draft a player and to put him with Tyrese Maxey and Jared McCain. I feel like this is almost a get-out-of-jail-free card. The Sixers got the 3rd pick in the draft. I mean, you go up through NBA history, and even I'm not going to go back a million years. I know this morning Michael Jordan's name came up. I'm not going to go back to the 1980s, but just go back in recent history. Evan Mobley, LaMelo Ball, Luka, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Joel Embiid, Bradley Beal. The 3rd pick has delivered some real James Harden. I know we laugh at Harden now, but the 3rd pick has delivered some star players to the NBA. And Al Horford was a 3rd pick not that long ago, 15, 20 years ago. Hugh, the 3rd pick in the draft, if the Sixers get it right, and I know that's a big if, the 3rd pick in the draft has a chance to be a franchise-changing player for the Sixers. They could do that.
I mean, I hear you. But again, with Daryl Morey at the helm, I just don't know if he's the right guy to do this. I mean, we went out and we got Paul George, gave Joel Embiid some more money.
Yeah, those are mistakes.
And now you're asking him to be at the helm of the youth movement. I don't know. Well, I don't know if I feel good about that.
Listen, but I have hope. I don't love Morey, and I don't think Morey is without reason for us to crush him at times. But he got the 3rd pick. Think about the alternative last night. I know the best case scenario was Cooper Flagg, and that didn't happen because, as you said, it's all rigged. And he went to the Dallas Mavericks, who traded away.
Feels rigged, man.
Well, it does. I mean, I agree with that. But the 3rd pick is a really good outcome for the Sixers. They have a chance here again. I'm just going back. This is recent history. I'm not going back 40, 50 years ago. In the last 20 years, I would say, just looking at this list in front of me, I don't know, half of the number 3 overall picks become legitimate star players in the NBA, really building block kind of players. The 3rd pick's a heck of a pick for the Sixers to have in this draft. 215-592-9494. And you just watching the NBA playoffs. I know the Tatum injury happened last night, and the Celtics, they're in big trouble now to the Knicks. But look around the league. It's a different league now than it was 4 or 5 years ago. I hope Daryl Morey finally realizes. I hope the Sixers realize it. Hugh, it's a league now where you draft and develop young players and you build a young core. The Oklahoma City Thunder, the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Houston.
I mean, even
Houston.
Boston is now, they're veterans, but how did this start? It started with Brown and Tatum 8 years ago, right? And the Sixers, I thought last year, I know it was a small sample and he got hurt, unfortunately. I thought McCain showed real promise with the Sixers last year. And now you have Maxey, you have McCain, and you could throw the 3rd pick in the draft in. I feel good about it. Let's hear how it all went down last night. Kevin Nagandi, you know him. He's local. He's talking about the Sixers and what happened with the draft.
That means the Spurs are in the top 4 with 2 teams jumping into the top 4. That means the Sixers will lose their pick to the Thunder because it's outside the top 6.
The 8th pick in the NBA draft belongs to the Brooklyn Nets. Pick number 7 will be made by the New Orleans Pelicans. Picking 6, the Washington Wizards.
Correction now. That means Philadelphia is in the top 4. So they make the jump, and suddenly Jared McCain is riding the roller coaster we all are inside this room. The Sixers are in the top 4.
The Sixers in the top 4. We know they go to number 3. How about Nagandi there at the beginning, though? Basically saying the Sixers lost the pick. It's the roller coaster ride of, well, they're not picking where they're supposed to. Did they go up? Did they go down? We know they went all the way up there. Could we also hear the reaction? Last night was the Rights to Ricky Sanchez draft party. Here's the reaction as the Sixers draft pick came down.
The 4th pick in the NBA draft goes to the Charlotte Hornets. Picking 3rd will be the Philadelphia 76ers. The 2nd pick will be made by the San Antonio Spurs. That means that the number 1 pick in the 2025 NBA draft goes to the Dallas Mavericks.
I love the reaction there. You know, lottery night for the Sixers in the last 10 years has been some of the most exciting nights of the entire franchise. This last night was one of the most exciting nights they've had in a long time because, Hugh, to me, they have a chance to fix this now. They've got hope. Hope.
But I think that hope is dashed with Daryl Morey, man. I hate to be that guy that harps on that.
He's not as bad as we make him out to be.
It just feels like something's going to happen where this is not going to go the way we want it to go.
Do you think he's going to blow the pick or he's going to trade it away?
It's hard to say because I don't know how they're looking at this because everybody was they're excited about Cooper Flagg and him being the guy.
Sure. Well, I mean,
looks like it's going to be another guard. It looks like it's going to be what this young man's name is, Ace Bailey.
Oh, I don't want him.
The power forward. I'm sorry.
I don't want Ace Bailey.
Yeah, so
don't want him.
It's one of those things where, I don't know. I don't have confidence in the moves that they've made in the past to have confidence in that they will pick the right guy.
But since he got here, they did draft Maxey and McCain. It's not like they're without any young players they've drafted here since Daryl Morey got here. I mean, he has added those 2 players to the mix. Look, I don't know if it's going to work. I just have some hope. If they had lost the pick last night, you could make a legitimate case the next 5 years were down the drain. I mean, because they weren't going to have enough. They have old guys and not enough young guys. I have hope again for the Sixers based on last night. The 3rd pick is not insignificant. 215-592-9494. Kyle, where do you come down as the Sixers don't win the lottery, but they did. Last night was a win for the franchise.
Yeah, I guess. I'm surprised. I'm surprised you, of all people, have any hope.
You guys are just.
Look, are you kidding me?
He's a guard. My fault. Ace is a guard. I said power forward.
Whoa. Okay. Well,
Ace Bailey stinks.
I just don't know how I'm
strong.
supposed to be talked into having any hope for this team with all these loose ends at the tie up. Like if they got the number 1 pick and got Tyler Hero or Cooper Flagg last night.
Don't do that. Don't be a Hugh.
Well,
what do you mean?
He's called him.
Duncan Robinson could have saved this franchise last night. No.
Oh, so that's what we're doing?
Yeah, but that's your fault.
No, but I don't know. Like I'm kind of with you. I don't even know if it's going to be Ace Bailey. I don't know who exactly the pick is going to be. That doesn't really inspire hope for me if I don't even know who this player is going to be. They still have Embiid to figure out. They still have this Paul George dud of a contract they have to figure out. I have no idea how they're going to navigate this thing. And the guy who's running the whole operation has done nothing but screw up or done nothing really to inspire the fan base any hope whatsoever.
See, that's where
during
I'm at
his
with
entire
it.
tenure. I don't know how I'm supposed to have any hope right now.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I listen to him talk about using AI and defending his picks in the past and things of that nature. It just feels to me like somebody that does not have their finger on the pulse of what's actually going on here, and they're talking about all the accolades and things of that nature. Not trying to make it personal, but when you're talking about building a team, and you made it clear. When you look around the league and you look at most of the teams that are having success, they're mostly with homegrown players. You might sprinkle in a veteran here or there, but we went out in the offseason and got a hired gun that didn't even play for us. Maxey was a little banged up towards the end of the season. So, and we don't know what we're going to get from Joel Embiid. And they're still talking about building around Joel Embiid like he's going to be a factor. We don't know what that knee's going to be.
Well, I think that's flawed. Yeah, look, if you're telling me that Morey's going to try to win next year and use this pick and trade it for an established player, then I'd be totally against that. They have to use the pick, and they have to keep moving in the direction of young. I'm not trying to win next year. I actually have some hope today for the future of the franchise that I haven't had in a year. I mean, ever since they drafted, that's fine. I mean, we when they signed Paul George, I sat here and I was like, I don't know about this guy. He's old and he's never been a winner.
But you felt.
No, I didn't feel good about it.
You didn't feel good. You felt better. Most people felt excited.
I
they
didn't
were a little
no.
lukewarm.
No, didn't want him.
I put him in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah, you guys were mad. I remember you guys argued with me last summer because I said over 54.5 wins was not, where I was going, and you're like, well, come on, we got Paul George. I just feel like they have some hope, and I think we're being a little heavy-handed on Morey.
Little heavy-handed. Why? How am I? Wait a minute. How am I being heavy-handed?
Because we're talking about him as if he's never built a winning team.
Well,
he has a lot of winning teams.
Okay. I give you that in the past. It's like that Janet Jackson song, What Have You Done For Me Lately?
Well, it was just a year ago they had a winning team.
Well, what did they win?
Did he build that?
What did they win, though?
Right. Did he draft Tyrese Maxey? Yes. Did he draft Jared McCain? Yes.
No, but when you say, okay, how many...
Well, not every player turns into Michael Jordan. I'm sorry to tell you guys.
But when you talk about... This is the same cat that told us this year... Mm-hmm. If we squint really hard, we could make it to the playoffs.
Yeah,
how did that work out?
Oh, he lied, Hugh. He lied to the fan base.
See, this is so now we're getting somewhere.
You could be a liar and still be halfway decent in your job.
But how can you sit there and lie to this fan base and then expect them to believe that you're going to get it right when all you've done in this offseason, and again, not trying to make it personal, but this is the way that I hear it. You've defended your position. Like that's all you've been doing.
Sure.
Instead of saying, hey, you know what? Maybe I screwed up. You went and invoked the past, just like you just did. Your past accolades and what you've accomplished in the past. What have you accomplished lately?
Not enough. I just think I don't love Morey either, but I don't think he's the worst executive in the league. Like, since he got here, McCain and Maxey are damn good draft picks.
How many times do you need to be lied to you before you start believing what the person's telling you?
Yeah, I think he's overrated, but I have hope for the franchise
again.
No,
but I'm saying, how many times, Joe? Just give me a number. How many more times does he have to lie to you for you to have faith that he's going to get this right?
I mean, these executives lie all the time.
Not like that.
Well, I'm not personally offended because he said if you squint hard enough. He's lying to the fans. I know that. It's annoying, but
you're not personally offended?
No.
I'm offended. Kyle, are you offended?
Of course.
What are you offended for?
Because it's ridiculous.
Lie.
It's you're insulting people's intelligence.
Okay, I agree with you, but what do you want him to say?
Well, you could just not say that.
I agree.
You can be a little bit more tactful.
Yeah. But there's plenty of annoying people who are pretty good at what they do for a living. Plenty of them. You probably know a lot of them.
Like Hugh Douglas?
Well, I didn't say that. But there's plenty of them, okay? It doesn't mean they can't.
I've been called annoying before. I'm okay with that.
Let me just put it very simply. If he nails this pick, they have a real chance of being a good team again. That's it. I mean, it's not that hard. Basketball, I think, is the easiest sport to fix a team. You only need like 4 good players. It's not like football where you need 25 of them.
Yeah, you get a franchise-changing player. But again, are we confident that he's going to be the guy to make that pick?
Well, I have no choice. He's here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have no choice.
He also is not a bad drafter. I mean, I think he lost his way thinking the Sixers could double down with Embiid and George, and it was a total mistake.
I agree. They don't need like you said, they don't need to fill out an NFL roster here, but you do need like one of those big stars if you want to be a true title contender.
Sure, yeah.
And with the version of Embiid they have right now, like Maxey's not that guy. McCain's not going to be that guy either. And whoever they draft at number 3, probably not that guy either.
Well, maybe he is. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's been a lot of players at number 3 in the NBA draft the last 20 years that turn into all-star players. I think there's a real chance they can get an all-star player. And you add him to Maxey and McCain, and we have hope. 215-592-9494. All right, do you have hope for the Sixers again after last night? They get the number 3 pick in the NBA draft.